Hello and welcome to Club 7, episode 18 of The Pilgrimage. My name is Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, I've got two games for you. We are away to Dortmund in the Champions League and then at home to Everton in the Premier League. We've only played two matches since the last episode. We lost 1-0 away to Everton in the FA Cup and drew 0-0 with Sheffield United in the Premier League. So let's get straight into the Dortmund game and I'll show you the team in just a moment. Okay, the team for the first match away to Dortmund is Bilo in goal. Back four of Koinantaj, Diaz, Zgela and Tomiyasu. Ilic at the base of midfield. Breton and Verheyen in central midfield. Bennett on the left. Kareyev on the right. Joseph up front. Let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, so the assistant manager is recommending, I think we need to show everyone their recent praise is justified, put on a real show out there. Well, I can't imagine, given our current form, that there is a lot of recent praise, so I'm going to disagree with him. And let's choose a reaction. Can we point the finger? Yes, we can. And I'm going to say the pressure's all on them. What do we have to lose? Go out and create an upset. And let's go into the tunnel, complete our tunnel interview. Come into this one having struggled a little of late whilst your opponents are riding the crest of a wave. Do you anticipate another bad day at the office? It's always going to be hard to get a result, but players are up for a challenge and we're looking forward to it. Where you need to improve. Focus on our style of play, which didn't really happen against Sheffield United. That's very true. What does it mean for Rob Verheyen to play against his former club? He's a pro, he'll play his game. Okay, let's get into the match. And as always, we'll let the first 10 minutes just to settle us down, so we won't do anything rash unless anything particularly bad happens. One thing we do need to do is just slow it down a little bit. So we are, 8-9 minutes in? Nothing's happened, so let's demand more. We need to win this game. We're going to have to beat Dortmund in their own backyard to go through. So we've had the better of it so far. It was 2-2 in the first leg, so any kind of win will be good enough. Can we get it though? That is the question. So far, nothing remarkable's happened. We haven't had any highlights, and nobody's playing particularly well, but nobody's playing particularly badly either. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, but we will encourage now. Demand more didn't really have the desired effect. Encourage us put a few smiles on faces by the looks of it. Fitness wise, Verheyen and Breton are the ones struggling the most, but in fact Koinantaj has picked up a knock, so he might need to come off at half time, which we're at now, 0-0 with no highlights at all in the first half, so isn't good enough. Let's see if we can find a replacement for Koinantaj. The only thing we can do is move Denovis Diaz to left back and then do Koinantaj for Ethan Ampadu. Okay, so we'll start the second half and hopefully get some highlights. So we'll demand more. And looking at performance and fitness, we've finally got a highlight, but it's a Dortmund highlight. And they've scored from it. René van Wijngaarden. And it's Dortmund 1, Arsenal 0, 3-2 on aggregate. Let's demand more. And let's have a look. Who is... Right, Ilic needs to come off. Defensive midfielder. So we'll bring on Scott Guest. And I'll drop Verheyen into defensive midfield, I think. In fact, we'll put Ampadu in there. So we'll swap Verheyen with Ampadu. And that will do for now. So we await the next highlight. We need urgently to score a goal, so let's demand more. Joseph isn't having his best game, but there's loads of players who are extremely tired. So Kareev is tired and playing badly, so we'll bring on Patrick on the right wing. It's not his normal position, but we'll put him out there. See if we can bag a late equaliser. It's into Patrick, and he's played it to Bennett, but we've given the ball away. And Dortmund come across the halfway line. But Reina back to Buchholzer. Reina again. Comes forward down the right wing, plays it into the box. Verheyen deals with it, finds Bilo. Verheyen to Diaz, to Bennett. Bennett's ball forward, finds Joseph, and he hits it straight at the Dortmund goalkeeper. That might well be the last big chance we get. We're going to go attacking, we're going to demand more again. But could this be where our Champions League journey comes to an end? We're into stoppage time. And it does look very much like that's going to be the case. And it is. It's all over. It's Dortmund 1, Arsenal 0. Dortmund progressed 3-2 on aggregate. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, the Premier League game at home to Everton, and the team is heavily impacted by injury and suspension today. So it is Justin Bilo in goal, back four of Tomiyasu, who isn't fully fit, Ruiz, Ampadu, and making his first appearance in the league this season, Calafiori. Ilic at the base of midfield, Breton and Guest ahead of him, Pryor on the right wing, Smith Rowe on the left, Joseph up front. So let's submit the team and go and give the team talk. Okay, so the assistant is recommending our continental qualification hopes are still alive. Let's do all we can to go as far as possible and see what happens. I'm going to go with that, and we'll pump the fists and agree with him. So let's go into the tunnel, complete our tunnel interview obligations. A few more goals and you'll be in a much better position, right? Of course. Okay, what do you attribute your recent good home form to? Fans. Elsewhere, Liverpool face Man City, hoping to keep their title hopes alive. Do you think they have a chance of winning the competition? Don't see why they can't continue to challenge. Okay, so let's get the match underway, and as always, first 10 minutes we'll just see what happens, not do anything rash. Everton have gone with a 4-2-3-1. We've gone with our usual 4-3-3. I'm just going to change that to the league table so that we can see how things are going. We're currently 6th in the table as things stand, but there is a gap of only 3 points to Everton, so a win over them and we would actually leapfrog them into the top 4. Calafiori heading it away there, but Lefebvre picks it up. Demon to João André, and it's through to Rondell, and he miscontrols, and it ends up with our goalkeeper, and the highlight ends. So Everton have had the better of it so far. I think we demand, in fact we don't do anything because there's a highlight coming. Olmo for Everton, into the area, has the shot. Guest doesn't manage to get it clear, although he wins it at the second time of asking. Smith Rowe brings it over halfway. He's still going and plays it infield to Guest, who plays it forward but not to a red shirt. It's cleared as far as Ampadu, who comes forward. Into Guest to Joseph, who plays it into the area, and Smith Rowe is offside. The highlight ends. We're going to demand more, and we will have a look and see who is playing well, who is not. Tomiyasu is already struggling. He might not even see half time. We'll try and get him through to half time if we can, but I think actually it makes more sense to bring on Denovis Diaz after this highlight ends. Calafiori to Breton, Guest into Joseph, Ilic to Pryor, who has the shot, and it's out for a corner off João Pedro. So we have a corner. It's an outswinger from Emile Smith Rowe. It's headed away, but Smith Rowe should get there first, and does. Finds Ruiz, and the highlight ends. Time now then to take Tomiyasu off. In fact, no, it's another highlight. João Pedro with the save. Let's do it now. And Denovis Diaz was the candidate to come on, so we'll do that. Ampadu back to Bilo, who launches it. Nowhere near a red shirt though. João Andre to Nets. Pryor with the challenge. Doesn't get there. And Everton have it in the area. And Fritz Rondil has given Everton a 1-0 lead. It's Arsenal 0, Everton 1, 39 minutes gone. Yes, we want to do the tactical change. We're going to go attacking. We're going to demand more. And we're going to have to take Joseph off at half time. So we'll have done 2 subs before half time is over. It is half time now, 1-0 down. So we're going to shout at the lads a little bit. Thrash the arms. Terrible. And let's do... right, let's sort them into order. Joseph for... Kareev. And then we'll put Anar Kareev onto the right wing and move Pryor up front. And we'll start the second half with those 2 changes having been made. See if we can get back into it. We'll demand more immediately again. But so far this is turning into a disaster movie, this episode. We're 6th in the table, and it's Bilo to Ruiz to Breton, Ilic. It's back with Bilo. Ampadu brings it forward, fires it down the left flank. Pryor's doing all he can to get there, but doesn't. João Pedro clears. We win it back. Guest plays it to Breton, into Kareev, who can't beat the keeper, goes near post when probably should have gone far. Right, Smith Rowe needs to come off, I think, on the left. I'll see what I can do. If we bring Patrick on for Smith Rowe. Patrick on for Smith Rowe. Put Patrick up front and Pryor on the left. And go with that. Let's see how that plays out. That's our final sub done with still 30 minutes to play. Calafiori has put it out for a corner, and the substitute is made. We don't get to find out what happened from the corner. We're going to demand more again. This is becoming a recurring theme. It's another Everton corner, and Rondil has his second goal, and it's Arsenal 0, Everton 2. It's a massive mountain to climb now with 25 minutes to go. So another demand more. It's not going to have any effect, I don't think. This has been a really, really poor episode in a string of poor performances, and we're now 9 points adrift of new leaders Chelsea at the top, who are 3 points clear of previous leaders Liverpool. So let's demand more again, see if we can get at least a consolation goal in the last 10 minutes. It's not looking likely. 5 minutes to go, still no sign of anything. We have been absolutely woeful in this game. And into the last 2 minutes, still no sign of anything. 3 minutes of stoppage time. We do finally have a highlight and a goal. Kike Ruiz with the header. It's unlikely to make a difference though. It's Arsenal 1, Everton 2. We've still got 2 minutes to go into the last minute, and that is full time. Arsenal 1, Everton 2. I'll be back in a moment with the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to take a look at the league table, and as you can see, we have dropped down to 6th in the table. We're on 52 points from 29 games played. So let's take a look at what is coming up on the next episode. And given that we're in absolutely horrendous form at the moment, as you can see, I think there's little point in coming back quickly. So I am going to bring you back for the final 2 matches of April, at home to West Brom and away to Tottenham, and that will be on tomorrow's episode. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.